which was given to every prophet. And the Holy Quran says that this is what was contained in all the books which were revealed to various people. لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين حتى تأتيهم البينة. لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين حتى تأتيهم البينة وما أمروا إلا أن يعبدوا الله مخلصين له الدين ويقيموا الصلاة ويؤتوا الزكاة وذلك دين القيمة. This is the verse which I had in mind. That without faith, even those who are idolaters today, this is the important thing to which I want to draw your attention. The Holy Quran claims that there are some who openly say, clearly in so many words, that their messenger was sent by Allah and the book was sent by Allah and they follow that book. But there are others who appear to be idolaters, who indulge in idol worship, who believe in so many gods. They make figures of stone and start worshipping them. They even worship animals and so on. Even those people were originally addressed by Allah and given the same message. So no people on earth were left without care by Allah. The message remained the same, but they diversified the message. They differed with each other after Allah had told them to follow the one and the only path leading to Allah. They didn't differ with each other just because of lack of guidance. This is what this surah claims. They differed with each other after hearing the message of Allah, after being guided, after being shown the light, then because they ultimately went astray themselves, they distorted the message as well. Now this is the general phenomena occurring everywhere in the world. And as we have rightly put it, when these religions were turned into a hodgepodge of human thought, and Allah's message was replaced by human thinking, and there was interpolation and change in the message, and the character of the people was destroyed ultimately, totally. Then there were two paths, two modes of correction adopted by Allah according to the Holy Quran. One was that the previous law was gone out of control and become out of control to the extent that it had to be rejected totally and entirely. Like this building, for instance, it is passing through a process of decay. If the decay set in is not of a very grave nature, is not advanced, then you go for the repair. But if the building is in such shackles, such state of affairs that the engineer you employ, he would advise you to demolish it and build a new thing instead. Otherwise it will be more costly and even that cost will go waste. If such is the state of affairs of old buildings, then a wise man demolishes the building and creates a new one instead of going for the repair work. So according to the Holy Quran, Allah behaved exactly the same way with His messages revealed to different people. To begin with, He sent following prophets, Ummati prophets, one after the other, and they tried to maintain things as best as they could. They tried to repair the damage done by the people. But a time came when the things went out of control. The damage done was so immense and vast and from all directions that Allah rejected the whole building and decided to make it changing altogether. So a new lawbringer prophet came then, who was not on the Sharia, the last one, but Allah revealed everything anew, a fresh message altogether. And the whole process started from then on again. And again new prophets and followers and so on and so forth. This continued to happen everywhere. And you find traces of this in India, in China, in Persia, everywhere in the world. But those, now you consider, those people who had been given a completely new message by the same God, but they had not recognized it. They stuck to the old message which had very little left of Allah's message. And human thought had played havoc with the old religion. If they continued to stick to that religion, they would become unrecognizable. You will consider them to be idolaters, worshipping so many gods, so many animals, and you would think that they never had established any contact with Allah. Allah had not never established any contact with them, because they would have gone so far astray from the mainstream of religion. But Allah reminds us in the Holy Quran that even these people whom you consider had never come into contact with God, we tell you that we sent messages to them as well. Originally they were also shown the path, but they deviated, unfortunately for them. So as long as those religions continued to live in the sight of Allah and were worthy to be maintained, you are quite right that Allah sent different messengers to them. But those messengers, whenever they came, because they came to a certain people in a certain country, there was no other messenger who appeared contemporary to them bearing a different message. So there was no contradiction. For instance, when a true messenger came on the religion of Krishna in India, peace be upon him, then at the same time, in the same religion, Allah did not send another messenger telling the people that follow me and do not follow him. This cannot happen. So there was no contradiction in that, because they were original prophets, original religions, and they belonged to certain ages. And in one age, in one religion, only one single message came. And a revival movement continued for over a long period. Now this continued to happen if suppose this had continued to happen forever. Then the mankind could not be brought together as one mankind. Because India would say, we follow our prophet, let the Middle Eastern people follow their prophets. And the Germans would say that we will follow the old voting God, and Christians should follow their prophets. And so the Scandinavians would follow their prophets, and Mauritians would follow their prophets, and so on and so forth. So no concept of oneness of God can be established there. No concept of unity of mankind can be established. So after people were trained for a very long time, long ages, and they were cultured, and they were got to understand discipline of religion, and an urge was created everywhere in the world to seek out their Creator and to turn towards God. When this happened, and the mankind as such had also progressed in the direction of unity, when new discoveries were scientifically made to make it possible in the future to bring mankind together physically as well. That was the time, that was the era when Allah decided to send the final religion, not a regional religion, but a religion for the whole mankind. And that is, we believe, is Islam. And this is why Islam is the only religion. And when I say that, you can investigate and you can't find a single contradiction to what I say. Islam is